Hello everyone. So in the OOPS concept series, today we are going to understand about inheritance. What is inheritance? What are the types of inheritance and how can we achieve inheritance in Java? So let's get started. Inheritance in Java means one class can use the properties and methods of another class, so you don't have to write the same code again. In simple word, inheritance means one class can use the variables and methods of another class so that we do not have to write the same code again and again. Inheritance in Java are of five types: single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi level inheritance, hybrid inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. We will start with single inheritance. Single inheritance means when one child inherits from one parent class. So, if you can see, here is the diagram: class A and class B. Here, class A is the parent class and class B is the child class. So, we as a child inherit so many properties from our parents. Their behavior, their habits of doing anything, the child reflects all those property of their parents. Similarly, in inheritance also, the same concepts apply. This class is the parent class and this class is a child class. When class B inherits the property from class A, that means all the methods, all the variables in class A will be used by class B. Let's understand with the Java code. I have created one class animal. Under this class, I have created one more method, void. Similarly, in inheritance also, the same concepts apply. This class is, we have given this print statement: animal is eating. Again, I have created one more class dog. This is suppose a child class, and this child class is extending this parent class. To perform inheritance, we have to use this extend word. So when I use this extend word, that means this dog class can use all the properties of this animal class, right? So as now under this dog class also, I have given one method void bark. Under this method, there is one print statement: dog is barking. So if I will create one object of this dog class, and then I can use this bark method, right? What by just creating object of this dog class, I can use this eat method also. Eat method is not defined here, but it is defined in animal class. Because we are extending animal class in dog class, that's why all the methods are accessible within this class also. If we create one object of this dog class, then that dog class object can also use the method which are defined here. So I don't have to create another object for this animal class. I don't have to do that because I am extending this class here. Else. So this is how we can use single inheritance. After calling all this, my output will be eating and barking. First, it will call this method eat, the animal is eating, and secondly, it is calling bark, dog is barking. Now, coming to the second inheritance, that is multi level inheritance. By the name itself, you will be able to understand multi level in the sense there are multiple levels A, B, C. So, what is happening here? Class C is inheriting all the properties of class B. Now let's break it down, keep it simple. Class C is using all the properties of class B. Class B is using all the properties of class A. Suppose class A is a grandparent, class B is parent, and class C is a child. Our parents have inherited all the properties from our grandparents, suppose our grandpa, grandmother, and we have inherited all the properties from our parents. So this is how it looks. Now see how we can implement this in Java code. Again the same example: class animal, class dog. Now this is the single inheritance. Then one class is extending the another class and we can use all the methods and variable of this class. Now if I create one more class puppy, that is extending this dog class. So this puppy class will extend this dog class. This dog class will extend the animal class. Like class C is taking properties from B and B is taking from A. The same thing is happening here. Now if I will create an object for puppy, then by that I can call weep method because that is defined under puppy, and puppy is extending class dog, so I can use this bark method also. But this dog class is extending animal, so I can use this eat method also by just making the object of this puppy. So this puppy can use this class property and this class property. But there is one more condition. If I will create an object for this animal class, and now with this animal class object, I want to access this weep method. Can I do that? No, because this class is not extending this class. We cannot use any of these methods if we create object of animal class. If I will create an object of use any dog class, then dog class is extending animal, which means I can only use the methods those are defined here. But animal class is not extending any class. That's why animal class cannot use any of these methods. I hope I'm clear. So if I will create an object for this dog class, that dog class can use its method bark and this method eat because it is extending animal class. But can this dog class use the method weep? No, that's why by puppy we can use weep, bark and eat methods. So the output of this will be animal is eating, dog is barking, puppy is weeping. Now coming to the next inheritance, that is hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance means when more than one child classes inherits from the same parent class. Suppose A is a parent class, B and C are two child classes. These two classes are extending this class. Or we can say these two classes can use the methods those are defined in class A. Let's understand with this Java code. Class and let's take the same example and class animal, class dog, and class cat. So here, class dog is extending the same class animal. Class cat is also extending the animal class. So these two classes are extending the same class. This kind of inheritance is called as hierarchical inheritance when more than one classes are extending the same class. So if I create an object for this dog class, I can use this bark method and eat method because dog is extending animal. I cannot use this meow method. But if I create an object for this cat, then I can use meow method and eat method. The output of this program would be eating, barking, eating and meow. First this eat method will be executed, then bark according to this, then eat method and this meow method. Coming to the next inheritance, that is multiple inheritance. What is multiple inheritance? A class implements more than one interfaces. Here we have to deal with interfaces. Suppose I have created two interfaces here, printable and showable. Now let's understand with the diagram. There are two interfaces A and B and the C class is implementing these two interfaces. So the, so let's create one class document that implements printable and showable. Then we will define the method print. In this, I have written one print statement, document is printing. Similarly, we will do with this show method, public void show sys and then a print statement, document is showing. An object for this document class, I can call these methods print and show. This is how multiple inheritance works in Java. Now coming to the next inheritance, that is hybrid inheritance. Combining various type of inheritance like multiple, simple and hierarchical inheritance is known as hybrid inheritance. You can see in this example class B and class D. In both of these classes, single inheritance is happening as class D is inheriting the properties from class B. In class A, B and C, there is multiple inheritance concept you can see. Class A is a so class C is inheriting the property from class B and class B is inheriting the properties from class A. So hybrid inheritance means combination of more than one inheritances. Combining various type of inheritance like multiple, simple and hierarchy. So in this code also we have mixed single inheritance code and multi-level inheritance code. So suppose there are three interfaces A, B and C and interface C extends interface A and interface B. Now let's make a class hybrid demo that implements C because because C has extended A and B, so we are directly and if we directly call C, then we can use all these methods also A, B and C. The method A which was defined here in interface A and I can define it here. Similarly, I can do for method B and I can define it like method and I can further define it. Similarly, go for method C. If I will create an object for hybrid demo object, then I can call any of these three methods A, B, and C. The output would be method A called, method B called, and method C called. Again, I will explain you what happened here. Interface C has extended A and B. So interface C now has all the property of C, A, and B. So if we use C, then we have all the properties A, B, C. So that's why if I implement C, then I can use method A, method B, and method C. So we don't have to write again and again A, B, and C. Instead of that, I have written implement C. Okay? Is A. Now let's understand with this summary table. Now, the inheritance, single inheritance means one child inherits from one parent. Multi-level means child of a child class. There are multiple methods of inheritance. There are multiple levels of inheritance. Hierarchical, multiple children from one parent. Multiple class, that is not supported, but multiple with interface is supported. So that is achieved via interfaces. Hybrid, combination of above using interfaces. Hybrid can be the combination of any of these inheritances. And if you like my video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Instagram. Also, you can join my Telegram community. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.